everybody, this is Chaotic Ignition News, and this we're going to be doing another Godzilla toy review, so let's get started. Henshin. Sweet. So this we're going to be doing from NECA Toys, and it's the Shin Godzilla 2016. So, let's get started. Okay, like I said, this is from Godzilla, and this is from Shin Godzilla 2016 movie. And it's from NECA Toys, and this is a toy I've been wanting to get when I saw the first previews of it. So let's look at the back of the box first, and you can see it's the same figure, it's just display and posing. It looks so cool. So this is a figure that I've been wanting to get for the longest time. When I saw NECA announced it online, it's because I know Monster Arts Figure Arts came out with their own version of the Shin Godzilla, but it was just way too expensive. It was like about 80 to 100, 130 depending. But NECA is a decent price, and I saw, like I said, I saw early prototype of the photos of this figure, and it looked amazing. So I'm happy that I finally got this. This is up there, one of those toys figures I wanted to get for the longest times. So let's crack this baby open and get a closer look at the figure itself. Like I said, give you guys a better look at the figure. He looks really nice. Just post the paintwork, it looks amazing. The detail paint on this figure, the way they went by it, it was awesome. The detail work on each little red dot to make him look like, chaotic monster creature, this abomination creature. They captured Shin Godzilla. They really, they really did a heck of a job. I'm pretty psyched about this figure. Like I said, the detail work and the paint looks amazing. Let's test the articulation. So pretty much his hands can go all the way around. His the bottom part of his hand on his sides doesn't really bend. His actual hand has a little bend joint, but because of his weird shaped hands, they don't bend all the way. And pretty much the same thing to the other side of the hand. You do the same thing. He hit his kind of stomach hip joint, he can move him around, even twist him a little bit. He also can turn his neck almost all the way around, all 60, and also his head can turn pretty much almost all the way around, and allow that. His mouth does open all the way, just like in the movie. That's really cool that they did that. His leg can bend almost all the way, but again, because of weird shaped legs, there's a certain amount you can bend. He right there, he actually has a little bit of movement. You can turn him a little bit, but very little. But again, because his leg is very hard, because the shape of the design, they went by it. Just those two parts do turn, and then a little bit of the bottom is the same. It only turns to the sides. That's actually, his legs don't actually bend at all. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4 like joints for his tail, and so you can turn them each individually. That's cool. I really love that they did that. His final tail part tip doesn't really turn. It looks like you think it does, but it's not. It's just a detachable part. I guess that was never part of that, but it's a really cool toy. Let's get a better look at the face. And like I said, his mouth, they did capture that part, but the detail work in the paint of the face, to me, they really did capture Shin Godzilla. I really love this NECA figure. I love it. It's just up, like I said, it's up there with one of those figures. So let's do a size comparison now. Size comparison against the Godzilla 2014 NECA figure, and as you can see, it's about almost the same size, but the Shin Godzilla is a little bit bigger and the body is a little bit thicker, but it's almost the same joint kind of design. A little, it's kind of stiff in some places, but the tail is bigger. But just to show you guys a size comparison, you guys can tell the Shin Godzilla is way bigger. Alright guys, so in the end, this Shin Godzilla NECA toy, it is awesome. It's up there. It's like for you people who cannot afford the Monster Arts Figure Arts, but still want to capture and want to have a bit of Godzilla, especially Shin Godzilla. This is a really awesome figure. It's a must-have. The detail work, the paints, the joints, the articulation. Articulation does lack a little bit, but for me, I don't care, because when it came to them capturing Shin Godzilla, I really do love this figure. Like I said, when I saw early prototype photos of this figure, I was so psyched about it, and finally when I have it, it's amazing. It's like I said, if you're a tokusatsu or a kaiju, or you're just a Godzilla fan, in general, this is a must-have figure. Now, retail price goes depending where you get it from, online to the store. I think the store, it could go from 23 to 29 depending where you get it from, but that's the highest you are going to get it. But there are some places online are going to sell it for a little more, to make a buck. I got mine for $23.99, but I did have to pay $10 for shipping, so I pretty much like 32 in total, 33 I think plus tax and everything. So that's not bad. Um, Sony and it's a must-have. I really like this figure. They really did a heck of a good job. So you guys should definitely get this because it's one of those must-have figures. I really do like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Mr. Bushido signing out at K-Rider Geek Nation News. Will be the latest to orders of Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, anime, and comic book review. And also, Keshiri Tokasei Monsters, aka Kaiju. Goodbye, YouTube world.